We're getting taco boxes for the next meeting, if anyone wants to come.
I have video evidence of that now, okay?
That may either be good or bad.
Doesn't make it contractual. Yeah. Yep.
They come to the meeting, that's a consideration.
You illuminate.
So the things I thought we just talk about what questions we're going to ask these other towns, because we want to talk to Vincent's and Greencastle and Bloomington at least. Somebody said there's a skate park in Brazil. Have you ever heard of that?
I think there is. Yeah, there is actually.
Okay, we might talk to them because they're a small town like us.
I haven't been to it.
And
A
same
little
with
bigger.
Nashville. And we had made kind of a rough list of questions or discussion points, overall experience of it. You know, has it been good? Has it been bad? How big is it? The park? How many people are served? And it might just be the size of their town. What did it cost? How did they pay for it? Types of fundraisers. And then what would they do differently if they're going to do it over again? Any general advice? Also specifically who built it? And I am finding our guys.
The 800 skate parks?
Yeah, I always forget the name. They built several of these.
Oh, yeah.
So, but still, we'll find out if there are other people out there. And then we were just going to ask about the repair and the maintenance, what kind of expenses they have after it's built. Is there anything else y'all can think of?
What we could do differently than what they did, or
Yeah. What would they have done differently?
Yeah.
That seems like a pretty complete list.
And are we going to want to have, I don't know, I can't remember her name, the girl that made the surveys, like, make a survey for those kind of questions too? Or
No, I think that would just be,
too much?
we'll write out a list,
Okay.
and what I'd like to do is go sit down with them face to face, if we can set up a time,
Mm-hmm.
and if we can't, we could just send them an email and say, could you answer these questions?
Okay.
And I'll just give you that list.
Alright, and do you want me to post these on the Spencer Skate Alliance group, or?
I wouldn't bother with the questions, but I would post
Who wants to ask?
if somebody's interested in going as being an ambassador and going.
And you were not for Bloomington, okay.
Okay.
We got Bloomington covered.
Okay. So, and you might just keep track of that then, and then we'll find people to go. And I mean, I can go to some of these, but I think you guys.
Could I write you into a copy list, or we?
Yeah, we'll make it up and we'll put it.
I can just hit you up on Messenger and send you the questions if that works easier, or
Yeah, that
just send
works.
you a picture of these.
Yeah.
So I think if we get that kind of information, then Gavin was gonna look at just make a list of some potential spots around town.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
So I thought if we get the input from other communities and get some ideas of some possible locations, then we can get on an agenda for the town council here, and just make a preliminary presentation, like not saying we want to. It's just easier sometimes to come into these things kind of gently.
Yeah, and not just.
We want it here now.
And Boston's paying for it.
And we want to do it right, too.
Yeah.
While we're going in, we want to cover all the
Yeah.
bases, and we want to make sure that we've got everything under control.
And I think we should ask them at that meeting to help us understand what the rules are.
Mhm.
But that was another disconnect we had with the local police. Sometimes different officers have different interpretations. And so I think we just raised that as a question too.
Okay.
And usually Rich vouches there at the council meetings. So as soon as, and then, so what we'll be able to do is go into the town and say, we did a survey, and hopefully we'll get it up online as soon as Kara helps you. We'll input the data we got from all the ones that Levi did. Levi, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
You
He
did
was
a
working
lot.
hard. That
Yeah.
was
You
great.
did a lot.
Yeah,
got a
I
lot of
really appreciate
input.
him.
That was fun. He was really
He
neat.
accomplished a big goal of this
Yeah.
project, so.
And so if we get some more survey data from online, then you go into the town and you got all this information to back up, support
Mhm.
what we're saying. I don't think it's likely surveys are going to come out and it's like 90% of people are against it, especially because that was the great part about doing it at Pride, because I think that we skewed our
It's kind of like a.
sample a little bit. That's
Just a little.
a more community involved group and
I think
more
that was,
accepting of
yeah, it was pretty cool.
good ideas.
It was perfect timing too, I feel like. Like that was way too perfect timing.
Yeah, it really was. So, okay, so let's see. Town.
And that one spot that Simon, his name is, or what's his name, that was talking about the spots around town, or
Oh, Gavin?
is it Gavin?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, you
sorry.
said Simon. I'm like, well, that's our last name.
Yeah, I was.
Or you're using as a, so yeah. Mhm.
But he was talking about that area across Babs, and I noticed that that's like a parking lot now.
Yeah.
Kind of. It's just a dirt lot.
And
Yeah.
the town owns that.
Mm-hmm.
They bought that lot, so.
And then I was talking to my teacher, Mrs. Walsh, about by the not Cooper's, the sports complex and the baseball field.
Mm-hmm.
About how like she was like talking about that might be a good area because there's already lights up around there and everything. I know we already talked about that, but she also was saying that it's a good idea. So I was like, if you're saying that's a
Okay.
good idea, then maybe other people might think that too.
That is a pretty good idea, especially when siblings come and watch their brothers or sisters play sports, and then they can go and skate themselves.
That's right. Yeah, that's a great idea.
Yeah, that way they don't have to sit through the whole game. They can.
Right. And then I did see I think it was by Wendy's and that little I want to say strip mall, the little like where that restaurant is at, and the I do not.
Oh.
Good times.
Good times,
Yeah, I
the
think
little the diner there.
Yeah, and it was behind that or like beside it. It was like a pretty open area right there.
There's the space directly across the street from Wendy's, where the old bridge used to be before they did the upgrade on 231.
Mm-hmm.
There's like an acre or two there for sale. Yeah.
You
And
don't
it's-
know the prices of that.
I have no idea.
Do you think you could know the prices of that area?
There's a realtor sign on it. We can probably just call directly.
Okay.
But the downside is land is ridiculously expensive right now.
Oh, that lot where that trailer is.
No, it's that kind of swampy area. Like literally, if like you take the exit
Yeah.
from Wendy's, it's that grassy field right across.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And there is that where that trailer is parked. There's like a vehicle for sale now over there, but it's
I know what you're talking about. Is it?
yeah, it's by Texas Pike.
Oh,
Yeah.
that one at the
Little-
corner of Texas Pike.
Yeah.
I heard that they're putting apartments there.
They're putting houses, planning to put houses further up Texas Pike. So that land may be spoken for already, but the part closest to 46, I don't think they're planning to build houses on because it's too close to the floodplain there.
Yeah, it's further back.
Yeah, the
Past the
houses
tree
wouldn't
line or
start
something, it's
right
second,
until
yeah.
further up there. Ron Walker showed me kind of the layout. But that might, I don't know, do you know specifically if anything's planned for that little spot?
I don't know.
The rumor I heard was that used to be a dump, and that's not a bad place for a skate park. I mean, it really, as long
Yeah,
as
there's,
there aren't really poisons there or something.
Yeah, it comes down to whatever was buried underneath there.
What?
Depends on what was buried there.
Yeah, exactly. What kind of dump? I think it was a green salvage car lot or like junkyard.
And you
But-
said that they're not putting housing right there because of like the flood line or
Yeah.
something?
The housing will be further north up Texas Pike, and it's surrounded by a flood fringe where they won't be able to build houses. But it's at least theoretically possible that putting a skate park on that place where the car and the trailer are, because it would be close to the neighborhood, it would be close to the schools, and it would be out in the open. So it's at least worth.
But with
That
that,
does bring up the issue that should we have to watch for the flooding as well?
right, that's what I was saying. Like,
Honestly,
I
if
think-
we're doing a concrete area that's basically based off of pool design,
Yeah.
we might be able to say, you know, if you do this right, it'll act as a semi-flood control as well.
Yeah.
There might be a benefit to it.
yeah,
And actually, I just jotted down, I mean, in addition to the sports complex, we've talked about the YMCA, that area out front
Mhm.
of the Y, that floods. Cooper Commons floods. But the skate park might be a good thing to put on property that floods occasionally.
especially in I think it was the Cascades in their bowls. They have like a drainage thing.
Yeah.
Even, so
Yeah, they would all be drained.
that'd be cool.
So just like my path, when it gets really bad, you can't walk on it.
Honestly,
So-
it'd probably help with the flooding too.
Yeah, it could even help. Anyway.
Clear out some-
I would say we're at the point where let's consider everything, and then we may come along and say, "Oh, scratch that one off the list." But I'll
But if
just
it's
put,
helping the town, then maybe they want to help us.
I'll just put
So,
Texas Pike at 46. Okay, so town council, possible surveys, survey data. Other community info. We might be ready for like the first town council meeting in December. I think we could be ready for that.
do you know the date of that?
Yeah, it would be the, I think it's the first Monday.
Just make sure it's not the same week as your play performance.
It could come and see it.
Is that the
That's right.
Let's see. Like December the 6th. I have a rehearsal.
You should dress as Santa for that, just to see if anybody reacts or remembers what
I'm gonna wear
Jessica
my
Barrett
Santa
said.
suit to all my meetings coming up. And see if it keeps people from being mean to me.
that
Just, it might work.
that Green Castle? Was that the one that we got an actual email from him, and he said that Rob was looking to do a meeting with us, or?
Yeah, he gave us the name, and I think I sent you the email.
And I emailed him, but I don't. think he had
Yeah, and these, I guess everybody's busy, so it might require a follow-up. Just,
Do you think I should try to email the person that emailed us about Rob? Or,
I'd try Rob's direct email first and just say, hey, haven't heard anything, want to make sure you got this, blah, blah.
okay. Because I was gonna do it that day that we had the last meeting, but I didn't want to be like a bugaboo about it, because I think it was pretty too soon to
Yeah, you give, I always give people a little time, you know, it's not top on their list, they're just doing it as a favor. But certainly it's been long enough now
I
to
think so,
follow up with
yeah.
the guy. And I'll follow up with, Kelly Whitmer and Bloomington. And I don't know, she's with the Parks Department, probably isn't gonna be her, so I'll find out who you guys can meet with.
Okay.
And, what else?
Do you have any ideas?
I'm just soaking all this in. I just was set here just to find out the status, where this project is, so
Okay,
I'm just
okay.
here for information.
Alright.
But if you have anything you need from me, I'll do my best.
The skate
Alright.
park?
I appreciate that, thank you.
Yeah, we appreciate you coming.
Yeah, no problem.
Showed some interest. That's all I had.
Yeah, survey, contacting different towns about the parks,
We've got a list of some potential sites, and then if Gavin thinks of any others, we'll add it to our list.
Okay.
and we shouldn't be thinking of the grant already, should we?
It's never too soon to look for places that make grants. That should start now, and that would be something you could do, just web research on, well, like the skateboard project and places like that. We wouldn't apply unless you come across a short deadline that looks like a good possibility. We might have to move it up a little bit, but we don't really know what we're asking for yet.
Yeah.
So,
Did I send you that, the skate park project email that they sent me?
yeah,
Okay. Because I want to email them back, but I wanted it to be like very professional, very, something that they want to participate in and see that it's an actual
Yeah.
thing that, we're not just wasting our time.
okay, I'm gonna send you this.
And then,
I want to mention something about the survey.
Yeah.
I had a few people fill it out, and they wanted to know that, I think it was the very last question, what's your top priority? I mean, there was no description of, was one the best or was one the worst? And so I'm not sure, we may want to look at that, yeah. So we had some people fill it out, and they weren't really sure how they should have answered that.
We'll see how
the 1 through 5 thing right here, or the,
Was it that one, or is that the back?
yeah.
Okay, I guess that was it, yeah.
I remember you telling me about that. You're like, I don't know if it's like 1's the worst or 5's the worst.
Yeah.
Is the survey posted on the Facebook page, the group?
not yet.
Not yet, yeah, but it's going to.
The Community Foundation's been helping us with that, and so we're waiting for Kara to show Shakira how to do it.
And I have a copy. If you like.
I was just curious
Yeah.
if I could see it.
Great.
Yeah, here you go. I know I went through them and I was like, I didn't even fill out a survey. Like, I'm going to though. So. Yeah, you did.
Did I? Okay, all right.
Did you?
No, because I don't live in Spencer.
So there's people that do that don't live in Spencer too.
Actually, I had a lot of people from Bloomington wanted to fill it out. So,
Do you want any copies to give to people at all?
Yeah, absolutely. That day actually, me and half of Taco Bell actually filled one of those.
nice.
That's really cool.
Good.
I have kind of a newbie question. Is this strictly skateboards, scooters, BMX, or roller skates?
All of
Is
it.
that part of it? Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, we were trying to keep it as
Okay.
unexclusive as possible.
7, 8, I have 8. How many do you want? All of them? Took them all. Alright.
You might keep one for you have.
Thank you, Minto.
I just see a picture of this.
Okay.
Okay.
You said you gotta leave at 4:30?
Yeah, so I'll probably just take off, and I just have to take my daughter and son out to dinner tonight up in Indianapolis. So.
Families come first.
Likely story.
I hate going to India anymore. An old man. But
Yeah, but it's the granddaughter.
uh,
You said it was the granddaughter, right?
grandson.
Grandson.
Yeah.
There, that's what other reason do you need?
He just sent me. He's 22.
So?
He just sent me a picture of a bourbon bottle sitting on his counter waiting for me.
So that's why you're in a rush. Okay.
Yeah, so I guess I'm really in a hurry.
All right,
now.
so alcohol over business, huh?
Yeah, absolutely.
That's right.
Family, alcohol, business.
But now it's family providing alcohol. So.
See, that's a double #1 combo.
Yeah.
Can I get a new mentor?
No, stick with this one.
Yeah, I'm not. Be safe. Thank you.
All right, thanks. Just let me know when the next meeting is, and I'll try and get Kelly in Bloomington and find out if we can set up time to go meet with them.
All right.
Okay? Great.
Well, guys, any comments, concerns, or?
Has any of the surveys that have been filled out kind of sorted through yet, or is that just still in the waiting?
Kind of, sort of what?
Have they sorted through, see what people are saying on it? Or
I just got them and I went through them last night, but the girl who put them together,
Mhm.
she hasn't contacted me back yet about manually putting them, like all the data together.
Okay.
So, gotta wait on that.
Okay.
How do you think it's going so far with that?
I mean, all the things that we wanted to do and like pursue, it's going, I think. And the hunger skate parks, they said that they would like be very helpful to build. We just gotta like find a way to get money going for that, and then a space, and yeah, that's the scary part. Because everything else is going, but that might be stuff in the budget.
So I know it would depend on the property and the location, but have there been any estimates what this could cost?
Around, yes, I have that written down. I think it's around like, be more professional. It's gonna be around like, oh, that's a big number.
I expect it to be kind of a big number.
I think it was like 400,000 or 200,000. Yeah.
So that's just the low and high end, so anything.
If we want it to be concrete and for it to be like big enough for like enough skaters to like have room and everything, it's gonna be 400,000. And if we go with steel, it would be 200,000. But the concrete with the 400,000, it would be cheaper to maintain. It'd be like 2,000 a year to maintain it, I think. And then for the steel, it'd be like 6,000 to maintain it. Because weather would mess up the steel, I think that was.
Let's go stainless steel.
We'll probably have to go with concrete.
Yeah.
It would be better. I mean,
Yeah.
it's just the longevity and durabilities.
Especially with half the open lots are flooders. And the other half are just places that we hope for, but probably.
And I've seen a video with the Hunger Skate Parks. It was literally like a step-by-step thing to go by. And at one of the meetings, if we get like a projector, I know that's at the Tivoli. I don't know if we can get like another meeting going there or not. But I kind of
Should be
want to
okay.
like present that video up on the board so we all.
You want to do that next video?
Yeah.
I want to say they have a projector.
Right.
Here.
I feel like yeah, they do.
It's right there.
But the video is an hour long.
That shouldn't be a problem as long as we get the date. You should work at either one. Just let them know we need an hour and a half or whatever.
Awesome. Cool. Like he describes everything and like what we need, what we like don't need to be doing, what we do need to be doing. I took notes on it. I can't remember where that paper went though.
And you want to do that next meeting?